Well, thanks for making your choice to Coaching Corner once again. Today we're going to talk about different methods and techniques of acting. Well, I have a lot of people that often write me, send me emails after watching various episodes over the last 3 years of the Coaching Corner. They say, RJ, what do you call your technique? You're always talking about reacting and the process of how important that is, the ability of one actor to really listen to the other. I call it common sense. I mean, if it's going to look like real life, shouldn't it be honest? And that camera, as we talked about just a week ago, close up, sees everything you're doing. Now, so many books. You got Stanislavski, of course, The Foundation of Acting. It's a very good book, by the way. You got Method of Auditioning for Women. Hey, leave the guys out. We have to do it too, you know. I like Doug Ward's book, Book the Job. Good name for a book. Eric Morris, legendary acting coach in this town for many years. No acting, please. Of course, he's got it right. Shouldn't be any acting. What do I mean by there shouldn't be any acting? Well, just that. If it looks like acting, it's not believable, is it? I mean, it's either real and truthful or it's going to be fake. You can't have it both ways. Respect for acting, Uta Hagen, and I like a lot of what she said over the years. Another great legendary coach from New York who obviously professed that reacting was a very important thing to do within the work. Listening, you know, if an actor's any good, they're going to be good listeners. I mean, that only makes sense, right? All kinds of books. You just go, the list goes on and on and on and on. You go to Samuel French bookstore, the shelves are lined with all kinds of books. Listening is the most important thing you do. In fact, if you go into a bookstore, in my opinion, there should only be one book on the shelf. All due respect to all the other books that are there. And it should be a book called Learn Film Acting by God. And it should have just one word in the middle of the whole book, all the pages blank, and it should just read concentration. Because concentration away from yourself is the creative source of acting for film and television. What do I mean by that? Well, concentration on your partner means you're going to be reacting. And if you're working in the moments, you don't know what you're going to do from moment to moment because you don't know what your partner's going to do moment to moment. And therefore, what you're left with is a very spontaneous kind of work. And it's perceived as being very creative. It's perceived as being something that's very interesting to watch. It only makes sense. Again, common sense acting. What do we do in real life? In real life, we react to other people. We're spontaneous because we're in the moment. We don't know what's coming next. You don't call up your friend and say, hey, we're meeting for lunch. What is it you're going to say so I know how to answer you? Of course not. That'd be silly. So when you think about it, it should be just a matter of being and never doing. Concentration away from yourself. That means listening. That means reacting. That's a byproduct of concentration, and listening is reacting, which is what film and television actors do. It's all about the process of reacting. In fact, good actors, even on the stage, react to one another. I just finished watching the 25th anniversary of Les Miserables on PBS. Those actors are terrific. They're doing performance, they're terrific, they're so real. And what they're doing, you can see them listening to each other. They're singing, but they're listening to one another. As one sings, the other's listening, they're interreacting with each other. That's what you do as an actor. You don't act. You listen, you believe, you're real. I've had it said to me many times over the past 30 years, stop telling people not to act. There's got to be some acting in it. What I mean when I say don't act is don't be fake. Be real. Being is something you are. It's not something you do. So when that camera starts rolling, don't perform. Don't morph into something you're not. Character. What would that be? I had a young lady I talked to a couple weeks ago in North Hollywood that came up to visit us. She had been studying another kind of method. And right away she started talking, well, I build a background for my character, a backstory for my character. And there are a lot of actors that works that way. And if it works for them, fine. You know, whatever gets you there, right? But why do that when you have your own backstory as a human being? You're going to become who when you work? You. And you're the best thing you've got. You've got a history. What about your backstory? What about your history? Why not depend on that? How much more interesting would that be? And being is something you are. It's not something you do. Now, as you listen to this, you're saying, well, now there's a guy that should probably write a book. And I'm happy to say, I just finished my first book a week ago. And starting next week, I'm going to start coloring my second one. Color within the lines. It's always fun here in the Coaching Corner. Thanks for sharing with us. I enjoy sharing with you. Next week on the Coaching Corner, more. You keep it right here on the Virtual Channel Network. We'll see you again. I'm R.J. Adams.